as a Khamzat fan, right? As a Khamzat fan, this stinks a little bit, but it's also okay because at least we're getting the fight pretty quickly. Like, okay, if he's not fighting for the title now, let's get these two fighting and get it over with. And then we got to wait through another middleweight title. And I think what's going on is the UFC probably, if I had to guess, offered Khamzat a fight and he didn't like it. And that's why you started hearing him getting on the horn a little bit a couple weeks ago. Because he probably got offered a fight that wasn't for the title. And then he got all, upset about it. That's why he's saying, I was promised this and I was promised a title fight, and he's blasting the matchmakers, and we did the podcast on that. And that's all, if I had to guess, as a result of the UFC offering him a fight, because they got to offer 3 a year, and they're offering him a fight that he doesn't want to take, and they know he probably won't take. And therefore, that caused a reaction by Khamzat. But the UFC fulfilled its obligation because it's just got to offer you 3 fights a year. And if you say no, that's not their problem. Supposedly, that's how the contracts are written. So, you have all these things at play. But at least, let's get this fight over with. If I'm Khamzat, I might fight someone from now till then. Yeah, it's a little risk, but not really, because you still got to prove yourself. So you got to fight. You're not high enough ranked right now to be waiting for opponents. And maybe he can't fight because there's other issues, like maybe visa, or he's just not ready to go. He's not back to 100%. There's a lot of things at play here for Khamzat. So he's not ready to go. So might as well get Duplessis and Adesanya out the way. And how crazy would it be if Dricus didn't hold on to the belt but for like 2.5 months? And could he even fight at 300 after going 5 rounds in January? Like from January to April? I don't know, man. I don't know. But I did tell y'all he would be Strickland, didn't I? Y'all wanted to move past that. You want to forget. And
no, let's go!
Mm-hmm.
Let's go! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes!
Yes!
Dricus just stole the belt, baby.
Yes!
Dricus just stole the belt. What'd I tell y'all, man? Yeah, it was a good night, man. And people said to me, like, why are you excited? Why? It's only going to make Khamzat have to wait longer. I'm not excited from that perspective. I'm excited because the guy that I told you was going to win. And a lot of people were saying, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't watch fighting. You don't know anything. And then the same ones are claiming, oh, it was he got robbed. And listen, at the end of the day, you had 15 rounds judged. 3 judges judging 5 rounds apiece. And when you count up all the rounds, it's 8-7. Right? 3-2, 3-2, and 2-3. It's 8-7. It's a perfect split decision. I mean, it could have very easily, percentage-wise, odd-wise, whatever, gone the other way. That's how close the fight was. And you look at, I'm a numbers guy. I look at the stats, and I do say Strickland won the fight on the stats, but maybe that's why they judge the rounds too, because Dricus was pulling away at the end. And if it's a street fight, Dricus probably wins that situation. Who knows? But that's what it looked like. And I just can't see him fighting at the UFC 300 and rebounding that quickly. But the UFC's got to do something. So we haven't heard the last of this issue because the UFC hasn't done anything yet as far as booking a fight. They haven't. And we promise you the due list will be updated. Of course, Khamzat still won, but the big thing was Dricus Duplessis. And when I was doing this and knowing he could fight Adesanya, and you see Adesanya's at 10 and then Dricus is at 11, and many of you were thinking, Chris Cross, you said Dricus will be in the top 7 or 8. Yeah, I was all pumped up after the win. But if he fights Adesanya, I'm not so sure Adesanya doesn't win that fight. just when you think Adesanya's done, man, he always he rebounds. And he's not that old to where it's like, okay, he's falling off just yet. He's got a little bit left in him. He's got enough left in him to win the title. And Adesanya does not like Du Plessis. At least it appears that way, right? I mean, no fighter likes another fighter when they're getting ready to get locked in the cage. I can promise you that. And if they do like each other, it's for a short period of time. Because as soon as that bell goes, forget about it, man. You're trying to take my food and I'm trying to take yours. And that's what it is. So yeah, Dricus didn't move into the top 10 after all. I couldn't move Adesanya out of there knowing they're going to fight and knowing that I could lean towards Adesanya. I'm going to have to really look at the stats and break this thing down. And I hate to go against Du Plessis, but if Adesanya can win the belt, we can eventually get a Khamzat versus Adesanya fight, which then would take months, because if Adesanya wins, he's not fighting anytime soon. It's not going to be like Du Plessis on a three-month rebound. I can promise you that. So we might be waiting a while. But if they do fight, my belief is that's what's going to happen. But of course, I will do, give it due diligence, and I'll look at the numbers and I'll make a decision. But something's going to have me look at Dricus and be like, yeah, I don't know if Adesanya can keep up with that. Now, the significant strikes per minute is a problem. But Adesanya's got that heart. He knows how to match up with his opponents. At the end of the day, he knows what he's doing. And when he's training and when he's motivated, and he's even more motivated when he's not the champ. Who in the heck thought he would KO Pereira to win the belt the second time? Not me. I didn't see that coming. I mean, never count out Israel Adesanya. I'm just telling you, you can't count this guy out. This guy is capable of winning on any given day. That's just the bottom line. So keep an eye on that one. I mean, if this fight happens, even if it's not 300, it's like 302, 303, whatever. That's going to be an interesting fight. And yeah, again, it stinks that Khamzat is put on the back burner. But when you look at all... Damn, dog, I hear you. When you look at the way that he responded on social media, it tells you that the UFC offered him a fight he didn't want to take.
He's gonna fight, wait, he's gonna fight, wait, hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height, yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might, saying step up, wanna fight, hold up, think twice, gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon, walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded, wake up, hey, where you at, hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat.